This is the Overdue Homework Podcast.
Welcome to the show. That's Trav. I'm Drew.
And I'm Trav.
This is the Overdue Homework Podcast, and as always, we are here to give you our opinions on 80s and 90s media. Do not forget to email us at podcast@overduehomework.com. How you doing, Trav?
Really good, Drew. Not a whole lot new going on, just watching shows, doing homework, you know what I'm saying?
Yep, I thought you were talking about actually doing real homework for a second. I'm like, no, not real homework.
No.
Homework?
Just some Mortal Kombat Annihilation homework. Almost all the way through Survivor.
Nice.
So from season 1.
Nice. It's interesting that you bring that up because I was listening to a different podcast today, and they posed the question, what is Survivor going to do when Greg Probst, or whoever it is?
Greg Probst
is the guy from Whose Line Is It Anyway?
Yes, it is.
Okay, what are they going to do when that other dude retires?
I don't know, because he's honestly the best host/mediator ever, in my opinion, in competition shows. He's so good. I don't know, I've become obsessed with the show.
Nice.
But, yeah, it was pretty cool. The other day there was something Spartacus related, and I looked in the comments, and someone I just watched on season 45, so we're talking a couple of years ago, this was new, commented that that's his comfort show.
Oh,
is
nice.
Spartacus. And I said, no, I replied to him and said, no way, that's my favorite show, and I just watched you in Survivor. And he loved that.
That's
so
awesome.
Pretty awesome.
Are you a Wheel of Fortune person?
I mean, I've seen it when my grandparents watched it all the time, but no, I don't watch it.
We have it on quite often at this house. Less often now that we don't have any type of actual over-the-air cable provider. So if we do watch Wheel of Fortune, it's like an old episode from 10 years ago or whatever.
The classics.
But when the transition happened between Pat Sajak and what's his name, the hardest working man in showbiz.
I don't know who the new guy
is. He hosts American Idol. He's got a radio show. He was on live with Kelly and.
We're not talking about Ryan Seacrest?
Ryan Seacrest!
Hey!
Thank you.
That is him.
That is he took over Pat Sajak's hosting job on the Wheel of Fortune, and he's done an okay job, but the show's just not the same.
Obviously.
The show's just not the same,
Not the
Trav.
same.
It is not the same. Well, before we get into the rest of the podcast, I have a few housekeeping items from last episode. Marcel was not the monkey in Ace Ventura.
Damn, that would have been
monkey.
sweet.
You cannot die from gonorrhea.
All right.
So even though Einhorn's mom wanted Dan Marino to die of gonorrhea, he cannot do it. You can die from complications of gonorrhea, but gonorrhea directly, no. So
no.
She should have said complications of gonorrhea, but she didn't. And finally, the show on Nickelodeon where you pick a door was What Would You Do?
What would you do?
It's what it was.
All right.
It was in a segment called The Wall of Stuff, and you could win stuff or get a pie to the face.
Love it.
Yeah, why not? Great. So in production of this podcast, I used an article from GameRant.com by Eric Petrovich. You can see that link to the article I used in the show notes. All right, it's homework review time, everybody. And, of course, we're doing Mortal Kombat Annihilation from 1997. Directed by John R. Leonetti. Screenplay by Brent V. Friedman and Bryce Zabel. Story by Lawrence Kazanoff and Josh Wexler and John Tobias. I don't know why I love the name Tobias. For some reason, I just love the way it rolls out of your mouth. Tobias.
Arrested Development, that's what I think of.
I'm not even that big of a fan of that show.
Me neither.
I don't know.
Me neither, but that's what I think of.
It's interesting that you bring that show up because I should love that show.
Yeah.
But I'm always like, meh, whenever I watch it.
I really like season 1.
Yes.
And then it's after that, and especially I've tried twice to get through it once Netflix takes over. Can't do it.
I was
bad.
Already on the fence at that show, and we watched one episode on Netflix, and I was like, I can't do it.
Yeah, can't do it.
Can't do it. And of course, Mortal Kombat is based on Mortal Kombat by Ed Boon and John Tobias, produced by Lawrence Kazanoff, starring Robin Shou as Liu Kang, Talia Soto as Kitana, James Remmer replacing Christopher Lambert, that's what we can as Raiden, Sandra Hess as Sonya Blade, Lynn Red Williams as Jax, Reiner Schoen as Chinook, Musetta Vader as Sindel. That's a name right there.
Yeah.
Musetta Vander. Musetta Vander. What a name. Irina Panateva as Jade. Dayron McBree as Motaro. Mary Jean Holden as Shiva. Lightfoot as Night Wolf. Chris Conrad as Johnny Cage. John Medlin as Ermac. J.J. Perry as Cyrax, Scorpion, and Noob Sabat. Ed Boon as the voice of Scorpion, Tyrone Wiggins as Rain, Dennis Kiefer as Baraka, Ridley Sue as Smoke, Keith Cook as Sub-Zero, Dana He as Melina, Brian Thompson as Shao Kahn. All right. Released November 21st, 1997. It had a budget of $30 million, a box office of $51.3 million. That's $101.5 million in 2025, or like 1/3 of a Minecraft movie.
Yeah,
you're going to be talking
but I
about
will take that for this movie.
Absolutely.
It is in the plus. Are you kidding me?
Exactly. Have you seen the Minecraft movie?
No.
Do you plan on seeing the Minecraft movie?
No, I've never played the game.
Really? You've never played it once?
I've never played Minecraft.
It's a fun. It's very cathartic. It's a good way to just like kind of turn your brain off and do some mining and some crafting.
Some creating.
All right, Trav, with that out of the way, would you like to get over to the breakdown?
I think we should, Drew.
I mean, what should we do specifically?
Let's break it down.
Mortal Kombat 1997. Of course, the movie opens with Mortal Kombat.
Boom, it's immediately awesome.
Yes, it's immediately awesome. That song is an absolute shredder, and they should have used it even more in the movie.
All the time. Like, this should be in as much as Danger Zone is in Top Gun.
It should be the only song on this soundtrack.
A minimum 4 times.
Minimum. We get a quick recap from Raiden.
And turns out Outworld is pissed.
So again, Earth is facing off against Outworld, and most importantly, Shao Kahn, the Emperor of Outworld. So bam, we got fighters falling from the sky.
Sure.
Along with all the new bad guys.
Endgame before Endgame.
Luckily enough, Earth's greatest fighters just happen to be there, too, at the Order of the Light Temple. Everybody happens to be at the exact same spot, all for this great movie.
Of course.
There are some new faces playing some very familiar characters, and they each get a close-up, so you can be like, there they are, there they are, there they are.
That's not the same. That's not the same. Shao Kahn reopened the portals to Earth, and what was once closed can be opened.
Thanks, Raiden. That's just like, it's a terrible line from Raiden. What was once closed can be opened. So what was the point of the last movie?
Yeah.
What was the point of the last tournament?
That was like the lines in the Angry Beavers episode we did forever ago.
Yes.
The obvious statements over and over again.
Khan tells Raiden that as long as the portals are open, his world will take over Earth. So Raiden and Khan fight, because that's what this movie's all about.
Yep.
It's not really much of a fight when it comes to Raiden.
Those two specifically.
Yeah, he just gets blasted in the chest, and he's just out. He's done for. He's just completely done for. And things especially don't go well for Johnny Cage.
Nope, and that's why the original actor didn't come back for this movie.
I'm coming back to get my neck snapped? I mean, I'm not coming back for this movie.
Yeah.
I'm not coming back for this movie. Even after Raiden offers to take Johnny's place, Khan still snaps Johnny's neck because he's evil.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what he does.
And they have 6 days before Earth becomes Khan's.
Yeah, that's it. So our heroes flee. They run away. Run away. And we get the story of what exactly is happening.
So Khan cheated by resurrecting Katana's mother, Sindel, to open the portals. So they need to reunite Katana and Sindel to close the portals naturally.
They really harp on that point.
Yeah.
They really harp on that point.
Yep.
And spoiler alert.
Smoke screen.
Smoke screen of the ultimate red herring. Our fighters aren't ready to fight according to Raiden. They must grow stronger. Together, they are the only hope.
It's like, you didn't learn anything in the first movie?
Nothing!
No, we're starting from square one.
So over to the Velosphere? That's a thing?
Yeah, I guess.
That's created specifically for this movie, correct?
I mean,
is it in Mortal Kombat lore?
I am not sure. Supposedly this movie comes from Mortal Kombat trilogy.
Yeah, the third one, yeah.
So I do not remember. It's been too long since I played that. Was the Velosphere a thing back then?
Sure. It's a fast travel system. So Sonya, she's going to go get Jax, and Lou is going to go find Nightwolf, and Raiden is going to go talk to the Elder God. So they all got they got to split up, and then they're going to reunite. Split up, and then reunite.
Yeah.
Lou and Kitana, they make a love connection on the Velosphere. Hold on to me. Hold on to me. He's like, oh, hell yeah, baby.
Hell yeah.
Over to Outworld and Shao Kahn. Hey, we know that guy. He's the guy that got his guts punched out in Terminator.
Yes, he did.
He is really beefy in this movie compared to Terminator. Amazing what like 13 years can do if you're on steroids. Right? Sorry. I don't know if he was on steroids or not. Don't sue me. I know you're a listener.
He's a huge listener.
Khan's father, Chinook, is pissed that Raiden isn't dead. Do not underestimate the power of the human spirit. He's got like this weird like Irishy accent that it seems like he's trying to hide it.
Probably.
But why not just go all in on it if it's already kind of like a half Irishy thing that you got going on?
I don't know what he's got going on. It's a little weird.
It's a very, very little. So back with Kitana and Lou, and they are into each other hard.
Lou lost everything. He's not going to lose her too.
He's absolutely head over heels with Kitana.
Hell yeah.
Like, did they have something going maybe from before the movie started, maybe?
I mean, the first one.
Yeah, I mean, a little bit, I guess.
A little touchy-feeliness. He saved her, you know.
But they do not get to share a kiss. Smoke is there to fight them. It's a really good fight. Robin Show shines like normal. Shines like normal.
Yeah.
He is... Everything that he's in the fighting is just great to watch.
Yeah, the best one.
It's obviously the best one. I wish they could have maybe found a couple other more competent fighters to play the main characters. I mean, Kitana, she does a fine job. Sonya Blade, she does a pretty good job. Either she does a really good job or her stunt double and her like dead ringers for each other. Because when we get to that mud fight scene later, it really looks like she's doing a lot of that stuff.
Yeah.
It really, really does. Smoke is kind of kicking that ass, though, so come on here, Liu Kang. You got to do a little bit better than that. Katana, she's holding her own against the NPCs that are there. Do you like the convention that it's like the men fight the actual villain and then the women are fighting just these random foot soldier guys?
I mean,
the execution squad guys.
It's a little nonsense.
It's a little bit of nonsense.
It's a little nonsense.
I do like the Katana busts out the fan blades.
Yes.
They look pretty good.
Pretty good.
A little floppy.
Yeah.
A little floppy.
A little too floppy, but watch out for that chest rocket, Lou.
Ooh, cue weird looking backflip to dodge that missile.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's a wire work trick stunt, but it just looked a little goofy.
Yeah.
Chest rocket round 2. Saved by Sub-Zero. Well, his younger brother.
He's a good guy now.
He's a good guy now. Did you like how he did you see how he entered that scene, how he entered that fight?
Yeah.
Like with his legs looped around the icicle that he projected in like a weird like laying down. It was very weird looking.
Very weird.
It was very. There's a reason why you only see him do it for like a half a second.
Yeah.
Because it looks goofy as hell. He is a good guy, like you said, because he knows that Katana is the key to stopping Outworld. He makes an ice bridge to span the gap to help out Katana and Lou, but watch out!
Enter Scorpion. Get over here!
It's a very good fight. Those two are some very well-trained martial artists that know how to fight each other.
Definitely.
Classic Sub-Zero versus Scorpion. You gotta love that. I mean, doesn't that happen in every Mortal Kombat movie?
Right.
Every Mortal Kombat movie. It's
Kombat
like a
movie.
gimme fight. It's always Sub-Zero versus Scorpion.
And that's why the actor doing Scorpion plays 3 people in this movie. Like, all right, he's pretty freaking good, so we're just going to mask him so he can play everybody.
Yep. And I mean, that's a good budgetary constraint type of thing, right? Hey, you're going to play everybody.
Yeah.
But you're going to wear a mask.
And you're going to get the same amount of pay.
Same amount of pay. All right, I guess. You got to watch out, though, because that ice bridge, it breaks.
It breaks.
And Sub-Zero, he's hanging out, about to fall into some lava.
Yeah.
Suckers. What a weird thing. It was all a distraction. When Lou goes to save Sub-Zero, Scorpion kidnaps Katana. Lou isn't ready to fight Shao Kahn if he can't defeat these guys. Come on. So ice bridge unneeded because Lou just like, I'm going to hop over there.
Yeah.
Save you. Ice bridge unneeded. Flash over to Raiden and Sonya.
Time to save Jack.
He's in a contextless research facility. There's no context to this scene whatsoever.
No.
There's one sign that says medical research facility, and then they go in there, and Sonya's like, I'm breaking you out of here. They're doing experiments on you or something. And he's like, what? I got these metal arms. Yeah. Okay, let's fight some guys.
It's like he went in there and put them on himself. Like, all right.
It was very weird. Jax, he is a real character in this movie.
Yeah, he is.
He's got them cybernetic strength enhancers. A good thing, too, because there's an extermination squad coming to kill them. He is trapped on that table, so he just busts out of the restraints.
Yep.
Barely an inconvenience. Woo! Hoo-hoo! That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
He loves that. It's been 3 men, so it's time for a fight. Cyrax versus Sonya and Jax. Some very awesome explosions in this lab. Like, they look like some very intense explosions where the pyro guy was probably like, hey, yeah.
Yeah, half the budget. All right.
Twice the explosions. Death is the only way out. Jax is coming to take on Homeboy, as he likes to say. Yeah. Sonya has the NPCs covered. Jax seems kind of like a bad fighter. Gonna say that. Sorry.
A little bit. A little too much like an American gladiator.
What was his American gladiator name?
God, I knew it before we started this and I forgot it.
What was Motaro's American gladiator?
Malibu.
That was Malibu. I was like, that's Malibu, but I couldn't think of his name.
It'll come to me.
That's right. It'll come to me. Just blurt it out when it comes to you. Just blurt it out so it's completely contextless. No context at all. And Cyrax, he's got those flesh-eating nanobots.
Finally, Cyrax stops fighting back and Jax gets the upper hand.
Yeah, now what?
And Jax gets his arm stuck in a wall.
Doesn't even try to get it out.
No.
It's just in there.
Yeah,
just like when Homer Simpson gets his arm stuck in a vending machine and like they got like the fire department there, the police, the ambulance, and they finally ask him, Homer, are you just holding on to the beer or the can of pop or whatever? He's like, yeah, and then his arm just comes right out. It's a similar thing. Was he just holding on to the rock in there or something? He just couldn't. He's like, I'm holding on to it. Sorry, guys. Sonya thinks it's a nice look for Jax, but she'd lose the wall if she was him. Cyrax tries the nanobot attack again, so good thing Jax's arm is metal, no flesh, so it doesn't work on him at all. Sonya flips and is flips and flinging Cyrax into the wall, and then picks up some industrial chemicals and blows fire at him, killing him instantly. That's what she does. I mean, she's got the move, the kiss of death move that she's got, right? But she's just blowing that fire, gonna do her thing. That's gonna do her thing. Damn, you barbecued his ass. Then that weird dragon thing flies away.
Yep, but not before Cyrax goes Predator on the bit and sets a self-destruct.
Thankfully, Sonya and Jax, they make it out, and they're jumping while there's explosions happening behind them. I gotta love that. Back in Outworld with Shao Kahn, and Shiva and Motaro are bickering, and Shao Kahn kills Rain. He's just like, I'm killing everybody around here. Who cares? I'm killing everybody around here. Because he has no use for an excuse. This will never happen again. Poor Rain. He is so dead. Khan, he needs a new general, so he chooses Sindel. Because reasons. Nobody knows. Just, she's the oldest, the most experienced. So, yep, Sindel, we got it. Over to the desert. Lou, he's looking for Nightwolf, and he finds him. Nightwolf, he looks very sweet in this movie, right?
Yeah, he does.
In the script, Nightwolf wears a Stone Temple pilot shirt.
Nice.
In that script and the novelization of Mortal Kombat Annihilation, Nightwolf had a bit more of a grungy look. Nightwolf originally wore Oakley's and wore that Stone Temple pilot's t-shirt.
Nice.
I wish I could have seen that. I wish I could see that.
Old cut.
He reveals the power of his animality. Pretty cool, huh? Nightwolf, he's not too impressed with Lou.
Yeah.
Don't get cocky. The tournament had rules. So Nightwolf is going to train Lou so he can find his animality. He doesn't necessarily say that, but that's what happens.
Right,
he doesn't say it. He has 3 tests to pass. The first one is courage. And they don't have the time to take the slow way to the getting to there. So Lou gets an axe to the face. And he's off in La La Land.
Saber is his name. In American
Saber.
And I cheated to look that up.
That's okay.
But that is the last we see of Nightwolf. Time for dream training.
AKA a short clip show of scenes from the last movie.
Hey, why not? Find that power inside of you. feel your animality. You will fail. Lou wakes up to snow in the desert and a hot babe.
Yep.
And she is Jade.
Yep.
She is trying to seduce Lou, but he ain't falling for it.
Not one bit.
No, my heart belongs to another.
It's Katana.
So Jade gives Lou a backhand punch, and the fight is on. Lou is dodging spears and getting kicked in the face.
How can you beat Shao Kahn when I am too much for you?
That is a good point.
Very good question.
Very good question. Still, like, the regression from the first movie. Are we seriously going to pretend like just because there was rules in place,
Yeah.
Liu Kang's not amazing?
It's true.
He beat Shang Tsung, Reptile, Kano. I mean, Sonya finished off Kano, but still.
Yeah.
He beat a lot of badasses in the first movie. She is not too much for Lou as he gets the upper hand and pins her.
Sexy.
Turns out this was just a test. And he passed, obviously, because he's fucking Liu Kang. So Jade and Lou team up.
Yay.
And she's going to lead him to the Temple of the Elder Gods, where Katana is being held captive.
All right. Okay.
Nifty. Over to the Temple of the Elder Gods, and yes, in fact, Katana is there.
Good.
Thank God. Shao Kahn is trying to get on Katana's good side. He offers her some wine, and she spits in his face.
What did he think was going to happen?
Seriously.
Has he never seen a movie before?
Yeah. You sorely test my patience. Katana is Khan's enemy forever. So kill me now if you dare, she says.
Like, very flatly, too. So kill me now if you dare.
Kill me now if you dare. And not going to happen. Khan needs her alive.
Yes.
For Liu Kang bait.
Yep. Liu Kang bait.
Liu Kang bait, that smoke screen we were talking about earlier. Back into the wasteland that is Earth now. And the merger of Outworld and Earth is nearly complete. Sonya and Jax are at an impasse. And Jax needs some answers.
What's going on?
All this don't mean squat to me, all right? And Jax is going to split. And if I'm going to die today, at least tell me why. Use your imagination, huh?
Like, what? Use your imagination?
Yeah, use your imagination. Huh?
So Sonya and Jax split up because that wasn't a good enough answer for Jax.
Yeah, and Sonya goes and gets in a fight with...
because it's been 5 minutes since the last one. she goes and fights Melina.
And Sonya versus Melina. What if she thinks she's Katana?
She does.
First?
She does. And she's like, yeah, right.
You wish.
What?
You wish. You wish. Dana He, the actor playing Melina, was in the 1988 Olympic gold medalist for Taekwondo.
I think we mentioned that in the last movie because she also was the stunt double for Katana in the last movie.
Yep.
And that's kind of why it's a little bit of a joke, I guess, in the writer's room that Sonya said, Are you Katana?
Oh,
she was,
I get it. I get it.
A little bit of a joke.
Oh, Easter egg.
Yeah.
And it's a mud wrestling fight. Hell yeah, this one's for the boys. It's a very athletic fight.
It really is a very athletic fight.
And ultimately, Sonya is successful.
She is. Melina doesn't really put up much of a fight, honestly.
No. Really, not at all.
Not
So,
at all.
I mean, if it was Katana, maybe she would have put up a fight.
Maybe.
Because Melina did not.
Did not.
But now there's a monster that she has to fight. Gulp.
What is that monster? What is that monster?
Nobody knows. It is not in any game.
I didn't
It
think
is
so.
nobody's animality.
No.
And when Jax kicks its ass, it goes right back down into the ground.
Yep, I'm in the ground now.
Alrighty. So, like I said, thankfully, Jax shows up, and he was just watching the fight.
I guess he was just
guess.
just watching. He's like, yeah, I can get into this.
Oh, hell yeah. A little mud wrestling, that's what I'm talking about. And then he punches the monster in the ass a bunch and defeats it.
That's what it looked like to me. He's
Yeah,
just punching
definitely.
it.
A couple good ass punches. Over to Raiden, and he's approaching the Eternal Palace. And he's there to make a plea with the gods. He only gets 3 questions. Why? We don't control the fate of a man.
Okay.
Sure. So you're going to stand by and watch this happen? Yep. Katana is the key.
We know that.
We know that. Will the portals stay closed if I reunite Sindel and Katana? Only if you defeat Shao Kahn.
Okay, so
I kind of wish I'd have known that earlier.
yeah.
Will you give up your immortality to help the humans?
Question marks.
I think you will.
I think so.
Back to Sonia and Jax, and they happen to come across Lou and Jade.
Hey,
Jax is into Jade.
You got an incredible set of legs for kicking. That is.
For kicking, that is. That is one hell of a line.
Hell of a line.
Well, they got to get out of there. More Death Squad dudes are on the way with Sindel and Khan.
Yeah.
And then, bam, Raiden goes flipping out of the sky.
That's such a weird thing.
A weird thing.
He just comes flipping out of the sky.
Sure.
All right.
Never give up hope. He's got a haircut, and he's now mortal. There are more than 50 flips throughout this film.
That's a lot of flips.
That's a lot of stunt work. And there are 54 total flips. That's about a flip every minute and a half.
After I read that fact, I had another watch to do, and I was like, yep, there's a flip.
Flip.
Yep, there's a flip.
Flipadelphia.
There's a lot of flips.
Yep,
There's a lot of flips.
He is not impressed with the team that is assembled, Raiden that is. And hey, what's up with the arms? Straight up disses Jax.
Just straight up disses him. I don't even know you. What's with those arms? You look silly.
Yeah. Well, it's like, what the hell was his power before that? He hung out with this crew, but he didn't have the awesome
No arms.
arm strength. Okay,
So
sure.
what's the original story of the arms? Scorpion rips them off, right? Isn't that the original story of the arms?
I don't know. I mean, that's what happens in the new movie.
That's what
Wait,
happens.
no, Sub-Zero.
Sub-Zero
does
rips
it
them.
in the
Maybe
new
that's
movie.
what it is. I had read it, what the actual thing was, so it's one of those
One
two.
of those two.
Actually,
One
that's
of
what
the two
actually
badasses.
happens. Yeah.
Only because Raiden doesn't think Jax needs those cybernetic arms. Oh, okay, I see. He's setting up for a little spoiler alert later.
Faith in yourself is all you need.
Foreshadowing. With the team assembled, Raiden tries to open a portal to Outworld, but Sindel screams the house down.
That's like, besides the hair whip, that's like the only move that she uses
Yeah.
in the movie. That's
Yeah.
it. That's it.
Pretty much. I mean, that's what I remember for in the game. Is
Yep,
the hair whip
exactly.
and the scream. So.
Yep.
Thankfully, in the nick of time, Raiden opens the portal and they escape. Sadly, this is all going to Shao Kahn's plan.
He planned all of this.
He planned all this. Big smoke screen. He follows them to Outworld, and Sindel stays behind. In Outworld, time is against them.
The Golden Gate Bridge is there.
Hey! And Jade recommends that they rescue Katana,
Mhm.
but that's exactly what Khan
Oh,
wants.
no.
Oh, God. But there's a secret passageway, the same one that Jade used to escape. Okay.
Seems suspicious, but okay.
Sure. Shinnok and Shao Kahn have a little discussion. Basically, I'm going to kill you if this doesn't work. So it's time to rally the extermination squad.
I mean, that's it. I'm going to kill you, dude.
I'm going to kill you is how it works. Over to our team, and Sindel is there ready to fight.
Yep.
This babe's having a bad hair day. That is
Thanks,
for sure.
Jax. Thanks, Jax.
And then 3 reptiles.
3 reptiles. What's tougher than 1 reptile?
3 of them.
3 of them.
They need Sindel, so Raiden is going to take care of her.
All right. No, he's not. He gets blasted.
He gets blasted. So he has to fight the 3 reptiles.
Gotta fight them. Gotta fight them all.
In what is the worst fight of the movie? I mean, that's for sure.
It is.
Especially when you think about the reptile Liu Kang fight was probably
Right.
the best fight of the first movie.
I think that's the consensus that we came to, is
Yeah.
that was the best fight of the movie.
kind of went the other way on
big
that one.
handed.
with this
So, is it 1 reptile split into 3, and so they're like 3 weaker reptiles? There's
I
it just
mean,
like
I
don't know.
guess that would make sense.
It seems like there was a serious regression with all the fighters,
Right.
across the
Yeah.
board in this. in this-
Heroes, villains, everybody.
Nobody trained for like a year and a half, and they're like, "Oh, damn it!"
Shit. And his stunt double looks more like him, but way more cut.
It does. It really does.
And the close-ups of James Rimmer are just terrible.
They really are bad. Like, especially when he like sets up to do his like spinning kicks.
Yeah.
It's like just like the shoulders up, and he's like, "Yeah."
Yeah. Yeah.
It just looks terrible.
That's Ray Park, Star Wars Darth Maul, in his motion picture debut.
That's pretty cool.
That is pretty
That's
cool.
Darth Maul, folks.
Hey.
Which is also like a 25-year-old movie. you
Yeah.
know?
Yep.
Ugh.
Raiden wins, and the others captured a now unconscious Sindel. Jade blasted her from behind, And Jax is into that.
We don't get to see that happen, though. It just happens.
It just happens.
Off screen. It happened off screen.
Yep.
Just trust it.
Now, with Shao Kahn, he's pumping up the troops.
Yep.
And the Eiffel Tower is rising from the ground in the background.
What did you think of so up to this point, the CG that is in this movie? Is it better than the CG reptile from the first Mortal Kombat? Or is it on par with that?
It's about on par.
Which is ridiculous because this movie is 3 years later.
Yeah.
You'd think that even this cheapest.
I was going to say that it's worse until you reminded me of how bad the reptile is in the first one. I just think they don't use as much CGI in the first one.
No.
So this one screams bad CGI.
It really does.
They do way too much.
It must have been right at the point where it flipped from practical effects being more expensive now than just using the CG technology.
Yep. It's cheaper, so we're going to just pound it in there.
Just pound all
bad
that CG
idea.
in there.
Liu makes it to the temple to save Katana.
Yay! She's very happy to see him. Reunited. And it feels so good. It's a trap, Lou. She just says, it's a trap, Lou.
It's a trap, Lou.
We got barakas, multiple barakas, right? There's like 3 of them.
Yeah, 3 or 4.
Flying around off the ceiling.
Sure.
God damn, that mask is terrible, though.
It's so bad.
It's so bad.
How are you going to do a character that dirty? Just don't even put him in the movie if that's what you're going to do.
And it's like he's got a head prosthetic, a giant thing that covers his whole head.
Yeah.
And then like to his shoulders. And then he's got stuff that goes up to like the midway of his upper arm.
Yeah.
And his chest is not covered in anything.
Nope.
So it looks so goofy and weird.
Outfit looks bad. Just everything about it.
God. I mean, it is a very like athletic fight.
Yeah.
Like it's cool to see them flying around, doing all that stuff. The chains and shit, they're pretty good.
They're pretty good.
I like that. Baraka's knife arms and Lou's neck. He probably should have been beheaded immediately.
Probably, yeah.
But it's still like, they come out of his arms. It looked pretty good.
Yeah.
It looked pretty good.
There should have been another peon good guy here so that Baraka could have like shredded him with the arm blades. Something. Because this just like, you put him in, he looks bad, and then he gets his ass kicked ultimately.
Or at least like some sparks off the
something,
walls
give me
or
a
something.
spark that like at least dazes Liu Kang or something.
Something. Lou kicks that bitch into the fire, though.
Yes, he does.
That's it.
But watch out, Shiva is there.
And then she's immediately crushed by the cage that Katana was in, just like that.
Not a problem.
Immediately. So Shiva's quick death was due to budget cuts.
Yeah.
If it seemed weird to you, because it seemed weird to me.
Definitely.
Shiva was supposed to show off her skills in several special effects-led scenes. Because the movie's budget was slashed during production, these scenes had to be cut.
Sure.
See you later, Shiva. You get crushed by a cage.
Yeah.
That's it.
There's multiple characters that just seemed like they're just throwing them in here to throw them in here. And that makes more sense because how are you going to have Goro and then bring her in and just kill her like that?
Just kill her. Crushed by a cage. Wouldn't you think because of Shiva's like otherworldly strength that she has that she probably could have caught the cage?
Something, too.
Caught
yeah.
it.
Exactly.
Went Arnold on the bit. Any excuse to do an Arnold impression, I guess.
Yeah.
The good guys are trying to reunite Katana and Sindel. It does not work.
I thought this was supposed to solve all their problems.
The legend was a lie. And Jade is a turncoat. It was super easy for.
It was way too easy.
You will die for this, Jade. Then Sindel does her little spin.
Yep.
Spinny spin, spin. And Jade just kind of like looks around and backs out of the room really slowly. Like, I'm out of here. That was pretty funny. The gods lied to Raiden. If Sindel isn't the key, then there's a higher power at play. Then we get some tattoo talk. It's the symbol of Raiden's family.
Yeah.
Okay.
No big deal. His father is an elder god.
Oh.
One of the ones who just lied to him.
Okay.
Perfect. And Khan is his brother.
Oh,
damn.
What a twist.
What a twist.
Back to Khan, and Jade is dead.
She's dead.
Just like that.
She suffered the
chopped.
Shiva death. She's just done.
Done. She was a failure, eaten alive. They decide to prepare for an attack from Raiden and friends.
Mataro gets bitch slapped by Sindel.
He's kind of into it.
Oh, yeah.
He only sees this development as a chance to usurp Sindel's position as a general. He's only thinking about himself because he's evil.
Yeah.
Over to Lou and crew. Raiden tells Lou that he has to kill Khan, but he doesn't think he can do it. You must believe in yourself, Lou. We believe in you.
I'd be like, well, not that long ago, you said I got a lot of work to do. So I don't know. I don't have a lot of faith in myself right now.
You mean it just takes you to believe in me? This is some real Disney bullshit happening up in here. Things are finally heating up. The final battle is on its way. And then we get a twin tower shot. Just such a 90s movie thing.
I notice that every time.
Every time. It's such a weird thing going back and seeing some of these movies that I haven't seen in a very long time.
Yeah.
It was so prevalent in 90s culture and 90s movies. Like, if you're going to represent New York, it's not the Statue of Liberty.
Nope.
It's not the Empire State Building. It's the Twin Towers.
Yeah.
That's what it is, like, every time. Are they ready to die here?
If we die, we will die in battle together.
As the lightning crashes, the final showdown begins. Prepare for the final battle. Chinook gives Raiden one last chance to fight along him. Raiden denies him. Finish him. He said it. Yeah, he said it. So Khan blasts him, and that's it.
I win, brother.
Raiden dies.
Done.
I'm proud to die a mortal like you. He dead.
He dead.
Where was the hand sweep over the eyes, though, right? He should have died with eyes open, hand sweep over the eyes. Right. That's what should have been happening. This is the beginning of the end. Show them the way to oblivion. Jax fights Mr. Ed.
Yep.
Katana fights Sindel. And Sonya versus the Leftovers.
I'm fine taking the Leftovers. It's kind of the running theme throughout the movie. So.
You're the worst fighter here. Liu Kang versus Khan. That's the fight we all wanted to see since this movie began.
Yeah.
Liu starts out not doing too well.
Not doing too well.
Jax loses his cybernetic arms. Foreshadowing. Oh my God, it's coming to fruition. They're actually doing. And discovers he doesn't need them.
He doesn't.
Does he punch Motaro in the dick?
He does.
He does,
I
right?
mean, he's dickless in the movie,
True.
But where the dick would be, he punches him.
in the dick.
And it hurts.
And then he KOs him. I mean, it was super easy.
Super easy.
I wish they did Malibu bad in this movie.
They did.
If you knew you were signing up to have a terrible CG half a horse on your body the whole movie, would you think twice about taking that role? Because it just looked bad.
It looked bad.
They should have just gone with no horse ass on him, just gave him some hoofed legs and said, "You're Motaro.
Right, yeah.
That's who you are.
Yeah.
We're not going to do the horse thing."
Not going to do the horse thing. It is funny that those two got to fight, though.
It is.
The two American gladiators.
That makes it. You know what? I didn't even think of that. I mean, that's some decent fun writing.
Yeah.
I like that. I didn't even think of that. I like that a lot. Sonya, she's getting tag team. She ends up getting saved by Jax.
Sindel's kicking Katana's ass.
But she turns the tables and KOs Sindel. She acts like she's knocked out and then blocks her foot stamp.
Boom.
Was it a foot stamp or was it an arm punch to the face? I think it was a foot stamp.
Foot stamp.
People are always like half knocked out, almost getting stomped on, almost getting a blade to the face, and
Yeah.
rolling out of the way at the last second.
Yeah.
Happens a lot of times in this movie. So back to the main event, and Liu is on the ropes. Face it, Liu Kang, you will fail.
But then, oh damn, the animality.
You come prepared, but not good enough. Khan has his own animality.
Yeah.
This bit looks terrible and kind of ruins the end of the movie for me.
It really does.
It really does.
It's so bad.
It's just so bad.
Even though the animalities are so cool in the games,
Yes.
and they just totally dropped the ball with
They just
this.
dropped the ball. They should have just gone straight up, like, cut to a different scene and just have straight up animation, hand-drawn animation.
Like Liu Kang's just looks so bad, and it's so small proportion-wise. I just think he looks weird. And then Shao Kahn just has an even shittier CGI-looking animality.
Some weird Hydra thing.
yeah.
It just looks really bad.
Just dumb.
Their movement is terrible. It's so stiff and weird. It just... God, when that happened, I was like, oh, this is that bad? Because I knew that it happened at the end of the movie, but I was surprised by how terrible it looked, even by 1997 standards.
Yeah.
Keep in mind, Jurassic Park came out in 1996. 1993?
93.
Jurassic Park 2 came out in 96.
Yeah.
Keep in mind, Jurassic Park came out in 1993.
They could have done even more budget saving and just snapped right to a smash cut of the video game doing the animality, and it would have been cooler than doing this. Like,
I agree with you. It would have been way, way cooler.
Yeah.
Man. Well, Liu injures Khan, and they all both fall out of their animality after slamming down to the ground with each other, and he can't believe it. He isn't immortal anymore. Just as Chinook is going to end Lou for Khan,
Must I do everything for you?
those elder gods show up. Water and fire. No wind guy. Just
No.
water and fire.
No.
Captain Planet style.
Yeah.
Do you know that song? Did you watch
I
Captain Planet?
watched some Captain Planet,
I
but I
watched
can't
a-
just think of the song.
Oh, I can sing it
Oh,
for you.
I can sing.
I can sing it for you. Captain Planet, he's our hero. Gonna take pollution down to zero. He's our powers magnified, and he's fighting on the planet side. Captain Planet, he's our hero. And then it's like, Earth, wind. And then the worst one, heart. That's the worst one. That show, I don't know. I watched a lot of episodes of that show. I'm guessing it was on like before school. And
Yeah, it must have been.
I would watch either that or it was on right after school. I remember watching a lot of Captain Planet. It was, I don't know why I did. I loved it. They stop Chinook, the Elder Gods, that is. And you guessed it, Khan and Lou face off in what is now Mortal Kombat. Just as it should be. Khan stands no chance.
No chance.
That head slam that Lou grabs with the legs, that stunt double looked like he really took one on the dome.
Oh,
in that
yeah.
one. That looked very, very, very brutal. With Khan defeated, he loses his tattoo. Which a dragon busts out of his body.
Sure.
It's like his whole body is a dragon on the inside, I
Yeah.
guess, because he was just like skin left over on the ground after
Yeah.
that.
He did.
He very did. And Chinook gets folded into the Phantom Zone from Superman 2.
Yeah.
That's what it was. That's exactly what it looked like. And boom, everything is back to normal. Liu Kang saved Earth once again. And Raiden gets brought back to life by the Elder Gods. He's going to take the place of Chinook in the Eternal Palace.
Boom.
Katana and Liu finally share that kiss, and our heroes walk off arm in arm. Freeze frame! Mortal Kombat! Roll credits!
Begin the regression.
Begin the regression. Oh, Trav, what did you think of this movie?
I like the movie.
Agreed.
It's bad, but I like it, and
Agreed.
it just holds a special nostalgia place in my heart.
Yeah.
I think I've said it on a different podcast. I rented this movie when I was a kid and watched it 4 times in a row. Not on VHS, so no skipping. And I just remember loving all the new characters being put in it. Like, I really like Cyrax, and even though Sector's not in it, I like Cyrax, Sector,
Yeah.
Smoke, the robots, and that end fight. I mean, now, having just watched it with the CGI, like you said, it does definitely ruin a lot of it. But I just loved watching these two face off, and these two face off, and these two face off. So, yeah, I mean, as a kid, I loved it. I will still watch it till the end of time, but it's a bad movie.
Yes, in air quotes, it is a bad movie. This movie was brought to us by fighting. You know what I mean?
Right.
It was like, we got to fit in as many fights as possible.
Yeah.
There's not a story here. We're going to make it style over substance.
Yep.
And it's a fun watch.
It's a fun watch.
It's not a good movie by any means.
No.
But it's fun to watch. It's got a good hit of nostalgia when you watch this movie. If you watched it as 1997, I was 13 in
I was 8,
1997.
so-
So, I mean, it's just that nostalgic hit of being in that time where you want to watch people kick each other's asses.
Yeah.
This movie delivers exactly what you want for that 8 to 13-year-old
Right,
range.
exactly.
You know, it delivers exactly what you want. And even watching this as an adult, I'm still like, yes, I like this
Yeah.
movie. It is fun to watch.
They hit on a lot of characters, but
Yep.
they missed on a few.
They
and the
did.
ones they missed big. Baraka was a huge miss.
Yes.
Shiva was a huge miss.
Right.
Ermac, that's how you're going to throw Ermac in the game. It's just like he's the scraps that Sonya kicks his ass until Noob Saibot just shows up all of
Right.
a sudden. I don't know, just too many drops. Like, they could have made so much better stories for those characters.
Cyrax and Smoke, in my opinion, should have had a more
Bigger-
prominent
yeah,
role
bigger.
in the movie.
Right.
I mean, they were obviously frontline workers from Outworld, you know, and they're taking on the main heroes right away early in the film. But
Such little Sub-Zero and Scorpion.
Yes.
Like, you're going to turn Sub-Zero into a good guy and give us one fight scene.
yeah,
And then Scorpion just takes off with Katana and that's it.
that's it. We never see Scorpion
Like,
again.
Come on.
We never see Scorpion again. That's unfortunate.
In the new one that came out most recently, Mortal Kombat, those are the two main characters.
Yes,
Like, I mean,
as it should be.
they're the best.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's- I mean-
another ball drop there.
Another ball drop there. Indeed. So our consensus is Is it a good movie? No. Is it a good movie to watch and have fun with?
Yes.
Most definitely.
Definitely.
Most definitely. Anything else you want to speak on about Mortal Kombat Annihilation?
I kind of wish they would have done a third one. You
Yeah.
know, like they made money off this one, so they should have done a third one.
Well, isn't there
Like,
kind of a third one?
is there?
Yes, there is kind of a third one.
Not with Robin Shell or whatever.
No, I don't think so. But
It's
I
like
have a
Mortal Kombat Legacy
Yes.
or Rebirth. Something.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
I guess I have not seen that.
I have not seen that
Maybe
one.
it's really good.
I bet
If
not.
it is, email us.
I haven't seen that one either. But I should watch it now. It's in my 3-pack
Yeah,
of the
it's
Mortal
in- yeah,
Kombat memories.
same.
I should watch it either way. So, Trav, with that out of the way, why don't we get over to our homework assignment?
Let's do it.
And it's the moment you've all been waiting for. The Summer of Dragon Ball Z returns.
Next time on Dragon Ball Z.
And we're doing the DBZ movie, The World's Strongest. Directed by Daisuke Nishu. Screenplay by Taikao Koyama. Based on Dragon Ball by Akira Toriyama. Starring Sean Schemmel as Goku. Stephanie Nadolny as Gohan. Christopher Sabat as Piccolo. Tiffany Vollmer as Bulma. Sonny Strait as Krillin. Brad Jackson as Oolong.
Sure.
Cynthia Kranz as Chi-Chi. Mike McFarland as Master Roshi. Turtle, of course, can't forget Turtle.
Obviously.
Also performed by Christopher Sabat. Shenron is also Christopher Sabat. Dr. Kochin is Troy Baker. The Biomen are Chris Carson and John Bergermeyer. We're going to skip that one. Kashimi is Chris Rager. Miko Katsum as Robert McCollum. It's Robert McCollum as Miko Katsum. And R. Bruce Elliott as Dr. Wheelo. And Kyle Hebert as the narrator.
Hey.
Cinematography by Motokai Ikigami. Edited by Shinichi Fukumitsu. Kind of close.
No, that's right.
Music by Shunsuke Kikuchi. Production company, Toei Animation. Distributed by Toei Company. Released March 10th, 1990 in Japan. Had a box office of 1.7 billion yen, which is 2.1 billion yen in 2025, which is $14 million in 2025. $14 million for
An
a
anime movie?
niche animated movie.
Yeah.
It's pretty dang good.
Pretty dang good.
Trav, are you ready to hit me with that outro?
Let's get to some emails, or a email, but we got an email and it says, "Howdly doodly, gentlemen. Was watching the original Blade Runner last night under some influence, taking in all the spectacular scenery, and it dawned on me, we are currently kind of living in said future now. And it makes me wonder what type of future pieces are going to start filling into our day-to-day puzzle more and more often. Tesla is making a humanoid robot helper until they revolt, basically a prototype replicant, and video chats are happening always. It's only a matter of time until Coca-Cola actually has holographic advertising, fingers crossed, and ultimately gets me wondering, what futuristic thing are you most looking forward to becoming reality? Keep up the good work, and looking forward to hearing on the pod. Riley.
Riley, you got great taste in movies. Blade Runner is one of my favorite movies of all time. If you, in the beginning of the movie, when Deckard is flying through the city and in the rain, if you turn the brightness up a little bit on your TV, you can see the Imperial cruiser from Return of the Jedi standing up as one of the buildings in the background.
Oh,
That's
nice.
kind of cool. And I believe you can also see R2-D2 in that shot as well. But the thing that I'm looking forward to mostly is like free and clean energy, like nuclear fusion. It doesn't seem like they have that in this Blade Runner future.
Sure.
But any future that I want to be part of is like free, unlimited, clean energy. That's what I want mostly. And making like serious illnesses and injuries like an easy outpatient procedure, just commonplace things. You go to the doctor for your broken leg, you leave an hour later, and you're just walking out of the hospital.
Yeah.
That's the type of stuff that I'm looking forward to in the future.
That'll happen in our lifetime. I mean, that'd be cool. I've never seen Blade Runner.
It's great.
So
It's great.
That's 80s, 90s?
1980.
So we'll be able to do that one eventually.
Fun fact, my parents went on their first date together to that movie.
Hey. Nice. But yeah, I mean, I'm all for the clean energy. I'm all for saving the planet. So if we could make something that like actually put plastic to good use.
Yeah.
Because isn't it like 7% of plastic is actually recyclable? The other 93% isn't.
It gets burned.
It's an alarming number.
It's an alarming number.
So yeah, I wish we could do something about that.
That's
possible.
Oh man, that is great. How about the news that each human being has about a plastic spoon's worth of plastic in their brain?
Ooh.
Google that, man, if you want to be sleepless because you got a whole bunch of plastic in your brain.
No, I enjoy my sleep, so yeah. But thank you for the email.
Yeah,
Raul.
absolutely.
Keep
That was
on
a
emailing
great
us.
email.
Keep doing it. We got no more emails today, but my question for Drew is, so if you could play any hero in Mortal Kombat, who would it be? And if you could play any villain in Mortal Kombat, who would it be?
Villain first?
Not the game. We're talking about the movie. Obvious. I'm sure that was obvious, but I'm going to state the obvious.
Okay. Villain, I love Cyrax, game and movie. I don't know what it is about those androids or those robots. I would probably choose Cyrax for a villain because he likes to blow some shit up.
Yep.
I'm a fan of that. If I was going to be a hero, maybe Nightwolf. I was really impressed with the way he looked in this movie, even though he just disappears after being in it for about 5 minutes.
He's badass in the game.
He's very badass in the game, and I like the idea of flinging like enchanted axes at stuff.
Yeah.
So I
For
think
sure.
that's what I'm choosing. Cyrax and Nightwolf.
I like those picks. So my hero would be Johnny Cage.
Good call.
I think
Minus
that'd be a
the
lot
neck
of fun.
snapping.
Minus the neck snapping. I mean, I'm not choosing Mortal Kombat Annihilation to play Johnny Cage, that's for sure. But if I could play someone, it'd be Johnny Cage.
Johnny Cage.
And villain, I would probably... It's hard not to say like Cyrax or Sector or one of those. I'm with you on that. If we were both in the movie, for sure, I'm going to be Sector and you're going to be Cyrax.
I like it.
But if it's just me, I'd probably go Cabal.
Cabal.
I'm a Cabal guy.
I
love
like
Cabal.
that. Cabal.
It's like I'm like Flash with fish hooks.
Yeah. I was always like in the game, I was always a fan of Baraka for some reason. I was always a fan of Baraka. You know, they should have done in this movie, they should have given us one scene as normal-looking human being Baraka.
Yeah.
Just one scene.
Sure.
A quick flash, and all of a sudden he's got that goofy-ass...
Then he's got the goofy mask.
The goofy-ass mask on.
Yeah, for sure. But thanks for the emails. Keep sending in emails. That email is podcast@overduehomework.com. Make sure you're following us on Instagram and Facebook if you're not already at Overdue Homework Podcast. And make sure you tune in to the next exciting episode of the Overdue Homework Podcast.